Hello everyone, welcome to my medical coding tutorial series. In this playlist, we are diving into the CPT guidelines for the integumentary system. I have divided this tutorial into easily understandable parts. For each section, I will go through CPT guidelines with relevant examples. Also, each section will contain MCQs, that is, mimicking the real AAPC CPC exam questions. With the theory and the practice questions, you will easily understand the CPT coding guidelines and how to handle the CPT coding question. Integumentary System, Part 4, Nails, Pilonidal Cyst and Introduction. Number 9, Nails. Within this section, nail procedure codes 11,719 to 765 describe diagnostic and therapeutic services performed on the nail plate, nail bed, and surrounding structures. For nail coding, you have to know the basic anatomy of the nail. The nail plate here is a hard keratin structure, visible nail, and the nail bed, the tissue beneath the nail plate, and nail matrix. You can see here the red marked one produces nail growth. So this one is eponychium, and the corner ones are hyponychium. Those are skin folds bordering the nail. So when you categorize the nail codes, 11,719 to 721 is trimming and debridement of the nails. 730 to 732 is avulsion, that is removal of the nail plate. 740 talks about drainage of subungual hematoma. 750 to 765 excision procedures involving nail and nail bed. So when you bundling the code, some exclusions are there. Code 11,719, that is for trimming, should not be reported with 11,720 and 21, that is for debridement, on the same date of service, because debridement codes inherently include the trimming. And 11,730 and 740 are not reported together for the same nail. When you look at the 1130, that's for the avulsion, that is for removal of the nail. 740 is drainage of subungual hematoma. So if the nail is removed, automatically the drainage of subungual hematoma is also removed. So those two codes are not reported together for the same nail. Similarly, 11,750, that is for permanent removal, includes 11,730, that is temporary removal. So not separately billable for the same nail. So some other guidelines: anesthesia and simple closure. Local anesthesia and simple, that is single layer wound closure, are considered included in all surgical nail procedure codes. So this code range already having the simple closure with the local anesthesia and are not coded separately. Modifier 59, that is for distinct procedural service, may be required if multiple distinct procedures, example biopsy and repair, are performed on the same date but at different anatomical sites, such as different nails or different parts of the same nail unit, where EDISH would otherwise bundle them. Modifiers, the HCPCS modifiers like TA, T1 through T9, and FA, F1 through F9. These are HCPS level 2 modifiers that identify the specific toe or nail on the procedure was performed. They are often required by payers like Medicare. So when you do the question, you will understand this. So let's do a couple of questions. Question number 21. This is a continuation of previous parts. A geriatric patient presents with markedly thickened dystrophic toenails, that is onychosis, and requires routine debridement, that is trimming for 6 nails. Which CPT code is reported? So there are 4 codes available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is a routine debridement, that is trimming procedure. So you can find the answer in many ways. For the exam, you can use the elimination method. You can directly check the codes, table of codes. But for the real working scenario, you have to know how to find the code. So in the working scenario, you can use table of contents at the integumentary system, where you can go to the nails and find the code. Or else you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. In the CPT alphabetic index, the procedure is debridement. So you have to search for the main term, debridement. Then go to the subterm nail. It will indicate you the following 2 codes, 11,720 and 21. When you go to the table of codes, 11,720 is debridement of nails by any methods 1 to 5. 721 is 6 or more. So in our case, the debridement, that is trimming done for 6 nails. So that can be coded with this code. So the correct answer is C, 11,721. Question number 22. A physician performs a procedure to restore a severely distorted nail bed on the right great toe that resulted from an old trauma. The reconstruction required harvesting a small piece of nail matrix from the left second toe and suturing the graft into the defect on the right great toe. what CPT code should be reported. So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is the reconstruction that done using the small piece of nail matrix from the left second toe and suturing the graft into the defect on the right great toe. So when you look at the answers, all 4 answers are adjacent codes. So you can use the elimination method in the exam. But for the real work scenario, you had to use the CPT alphabetic index. So in the CPT alphabetic index, first you had to go for the main term reconstruction. Here the procedure is reconstruction. Then go to the subterm nail bed. It will lead you to the code series 11,760 and 62. Once you go back to the tabular list, you can see 11,760 is repair of nail bed. 11,762 is reconstruction of nail bed with graft. So in this case, the reconstruction done with graft. So the correct answer is 11,762. That is answer B. But this is a question from previous past paper. But the real code should contain the modifier. Some pairs need the modifiers to be added. So here, the repair done on the right great toe. Right great toe is, you can see, right foot great toe T5. So the exact correct code is 11,762 with the modifier T5. But in this question, the modifier not indicated. So the correct answer is B. Next topic is pilonidal cyst. A pilonidal cyst is a chronic infection or sinus tract located near the sacrococcygeal area, that is tailbone region, often containing hair and debris. You can see here, this is the pilonidal cyst area. So here, excision involves removing the cyst, sinus tracts, and surrounding inflamed tissue to prevent recurrence. So here only 3 codes are there. 11,730 is excision of the pilonidal cyst or sinus simple. 771 is extensive. 772 is complicated. These codes for excision. If it is incision done, the incision of pilonidal cyst, you had used these codes 10,080 and 7,081. The next topic is introduction. The code series of 11,900 to 11,983. So the code ranges are 900 to 11,900 to 902 is injection of intralesional agent. 920 to 922 talking about tattooing, intradermal introduction of pigment. 950 to 954 subcutaneous injection of filling material, example collagen. 960 is insertion of tissue expanders. 970 to 71 is replacement or removal of tissue expanders. 75 to 83 is implementation or removal of non-biodegradable drug delivery implants. So when you look at the general coding rules, these codes are represent introduction procedures, not excisions or repairs. The material or devices introduced into or under the skin, not simply applied on the surface. The codes are selected based on number of lesions or sites, anatomical location, purpose of introduction, example cosmetic, reconstructive, and therapeutic. So let's see some definition. The tattooing means intradermal introduction of pigment for cosmetic or reconstructive purposes. Subcutaneous injection of filling material mean injection of a non-autologous material, example collagen, hyaluronic acid, to correct tissue defects, scars, or wrinkles. Drug delivery implants means implantation, removal, or replacement of non-biodegradable contraceptive or drug delivery devices, example hormonal implants. So some coding tips regarding this introduction part. Do not report local anesthesia separately. It is included with the code. If imaging guidance is used, example ultrasound for placement, report it only if specifically allowed in CPT. Do not confuse with destruction, excision, or repair codes. Those are different with this introduction. And modifiers have to be used when needed. Modifier 50 for bilateral procedure, 51 for multiple procedures, and 59 for distinct procedural services. Let's look at some example questions. Question number 23. A patient receives intralesional injections for severe cystic acne targeting a total of 12 distinct lesions across the face and neck. Which CPT code is reported? So there are 4 codes available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is intralesional injections for 12 distinct lesions. When you look at the answers, all answers are adjacent codes. So in the exam, you can use the elimination method. But for the learning purpose, let's use the CPT alphabetic index. In the CPT alphabetic index, first you have to search the main term injection, then go for the subterm therapeutic, then go for the subterm lesion. There you have to find the skin, The skin have two codes, 11,900 and 901. So once you come back to the tabular list, 11,900 is injection intralesional up to and including 7 lesions. 11,901 is more than 7 lesions. So in our case, it is 12 lesions. So that is more than 7. So the correct code will be 11,901. So the answer is C. Question number 24. A physician injects 7.5 cc of permanent dermal filler into a patient's face to correct severe contour defects following trauma. Which CPT code is appropriate? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is 7.5 cc of permanent dermal filler in the face. So in the exam, you can directly go to the code series because the all are adjacent codes and you can read the code description and find the answer. But in the real working scenario, you had used the CPT alphabetic index. But in the CPT alphabetic index, you may think this is injection dermal filler, but you can't find the code by searching the index of injection and subterm of dermal filler. That is crazy. Here you have to search for contouring. This procedure is for contour. You can see contour. So contouring, there you have to go for the subterm subcutaneous injection. There it will lead you the code series 11,950 to 52 and 54. So once you go to the codes, you can read the code description. 11,950 is subcutaneous injection of filler material 1 cc or less. In our case, that is 7.1, 7.5. This one is 1.1 to 5, 5 to 10. So 5 to 10, that is 11,952 include this 7.5 cc. So the correct code will be answer C, 11,952. Question number 25. A plastic surgeon performs the second stage of breast reconstruction, removing a temporary tissue expander and immediately inserting a permanent breast implant, that is prosthesis. Which CPT code reports this comprehensive service? So there are 4 codes available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is second stage of breast reconstruction, removing a temporary tissue expander and inserting a permanent breast implant. So when you look at the answer, all answer adjacent, so you can use the elimination method in the exam, but in the real working scenario, you had used the alphabetic index to find the answer. So here the main term is expander. So when you go to the index of expander, there you can see skin inflatable. It says she tissue expander. Again, go back to the index of tissue and go to the subterm expander. In the expander, you can see this is breast replacement with the implant, breast reconstruction with this code, insertion this code. So let's go to the code description. When you go to the code description, 11,960 is insertion of tissue expanders for other than breast, including subsequent expansion. But in our case, this is breast. 11,970 is a replacement of tissue expander with permanent implant. So that is the correct code here because replacement of tissue expander with permanent implant. Already we are removing the previous one and implanting the permanent one. When you read other code description, 11,971 is removal of tissue expander without insertion of implant. So that also not possible. So the correct code will be answer B, 11,970. So this is the end of part 4 of the integumentary system. If you have any issues, feel free to leave in the comment section, or else you can contact me using WhatsApp and email addresses. Please subscribe my channel and keep in touch. Thank you.